Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Gore. Just chilling out here on a couch. That's right, I'm in a different area of the house. And just wanted to talk about Hellblade. Hellblade 2 comes out tomorrow or later tonight. I think it might be like around 1 a.m., so it's tomorrow, but whatever. So, some people don't go to sleep till late. Night owls out there. Yeah, so the game comes out tomorrow, and I did a reaction earlier where, of course, the Xbox fanboys just just swarmed, which I'm sure if this game was not an Xbox exclusive and it was a multi-platform game, they wouldn't give a shit, but whatever. I actually played the original Hellblade, so and I loved it. It's a great game, but hey, what's up, Izzy? My cat's here. Whenever I start talking, she gets a little ornery. See, she starts attacking. Go. I'm talking about Hellblade. What? Why are you so upset? I'm talking about Hellblade. See, a Sony fanboy over here. Hey, stop it. Stop. Okay. Look. See, now you on camera, huh? Anyway, just wanted to talk about because, of course, everybody's arguing about like if there was a lot of marketing, which the game didn't have a lot of marketing. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna sit here and go like. I know a lot of people are saying they've seen a lot of marketing. But those are also people that probably have been looking for the marketing and then the trailers and the devs story things or stuff. And of course people are saying, "Oh, there's been stuff on social media." I haven't seen almost anything. I'm really excited for it. 2 weeks ago, I actually forgot the game was coming out this month. I was just like, "Oh, that's right, that game comes out that comes out this month," and they haven't been marketing it at all. And I know they showed it at like the Game Awards here and there and stuff, but they've never shown anything that really blew people away. I'm sorry, it's just true. I think the game looked great, and I love the first game. So when I saw it, I was like, "Yeah, this looks like more of the first game." But it was very obvious that they were keeping things like still because they weren't showing too much of the story and stuff. They were keeping it kind of hush hush, which I was okay with. I was like, all right, cool. I don't really want to know much about the story anyway until I see the movie play the game, see the movie, whatever. Hellblade would actually work great as a movie. They should actually consider adapting that into a movie. I think it would work really well, especially like it would be kind of cool if it's a streaming movie. You could, wear your headphones and stuff, you get that auditorial experience. Anyway, so I was looking forward to it. And I think the way they presented it before in like the TGAs and stuff like that, because people keep bringing that up, even though the Game Awards was literally 5 months ago. So I don't see how anybody could use that as an excuse for good marketing. Oh, well, what are you talking about? They didn't show the game. They showed the game 5 months ago. I'm sorry? Like even Rise of the Ronin, which people are, of course, comparing this to Sony, how they market stuff. That's not even like a big game for Sony, but they marketed it pretty well. And obviously I don't even think it was a first party game. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, like that was definitely not one of their bigger games. Stellar Blade, I would argue, was a bigger game for them. And they still marketed Rise of the Ronin pretty well, considering, what it was, but, which it was it was a 7 out of 10. Let's not screw around. And I believe Hellblade 2 is going to be probably an 8 or a 9, at least an 8. Like, unless something happened horribly during the development, I can't see it being any lower than an 8. Like the first game's amazing. I love it. And that's at least an 8 right there. So I'm assuming this one's going to be better. They're going to learn a little bit from, what they did with the gameplay in that game, which was not as good as the story or the audio or the acting and stuff, or the writing and music. Pretty much it was the weakest part of that game. I like the gameplay. I didn't mind it, but whatever. But yeah, I just don't feel like the marketing was good for Hellblade 2. It really wasn't. Like every time it showed at a showcase, I just saw a lot of people going like, it was underwhelming. That was pretty underwhelming. It wasn't that great. And I didn't agree at the time. And I still don't agree that those showings were bad. I agree that now they haven't done a great job at marketing it. And I know some people are coping a little bit, like saying like, oh, well, that was Ninja Theory's fault or something like that. Like they want to defend Xbox. Xbox bought Ninja Theory. They should be the ones really pushing Ninja Theory to market it then. They own Ninja Theory. So, and as we've seen in the past, Microsoft does a terrible job at marketing their stuff. I love Hi-Fi Rush, but that was a huge mistake announcing that game and then releasing it immediately. They should have built that game up a little bit better. And from what I heard, supposedly from what Microsoft said, it did do well. But like obviously it didn't do well enough to not have them close Tango Gameworks a year after it came out. And only like a month or two after it got released on PS5. Same thing with the other developers that have released not great games. Of course, Arcane Austin got shut down. They released Redfall. That didn't get the best marketing either, and I would even argue Redfall had better marketing, but because I remember seeing that quite a bit, um, more so than Hellblade. At least Redfall had a freaking physical release. But even that game was obviously shitty, and people already kind of saw the writing on the wall there. But I feel like the marketing was still better there. Like, I really do. I think this game, Hellblade 2, just is getting the shit end of the stick, and of course it's digital only, which is not really a problem. Most people probably buy it digital anyway, especially since it's a Game Pass game. But it doesn't even have that option of being physical, so now it's digital. So what's the point of ever? Like, if you already have Game Pass, there's no point buying it digitally. Yeah, like, it'll always be available digitally on Game Pass because it's a Xbox exclusive. Yeah, it's an Xbox published game. Microsoft Game Studios or whatever. So that's or Xbox game, whatever the fuck it is. So there's no point of ever buying it. Like, it will always be on Game Pass unless you just never want Game Pass again. Or if you want to support the developer, that's also a legit thing you could do. But like, besides that, like, at least you're supporting the developer by buying the physical copy, but at least you still also have the physical copy. Where digital, it's like it's the same thing. Now you just own it, but it's Game Pass, and it's probably gonna be like 5-6 hour experience anyway. So play it a couple times, and then like Anyway, the game looks great. I can't wait. Every time they showed it, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, Hellblade 2, baby. That's probably their biggest thing. It should be. They announced the Xbox Series X with this game. And now it's just coming out like it's a fucking fart in the wind. I think they've marketed like Stalker 2 better than they've done Hellblade 2, honestly. I don't know. And Stalker 2 doesn't even come out for a few more months. So, and that game has had a trouble development too. Like, pretty much everything by Xbox. Like Perfect Dark, Fable, this, Stalker 2. Stalker 2 makes actually total sense that had, bad development cycle. Yeah, I don't know. Even the last Forza game I heard, the development cycle for that was weird. It's just strange. I don't know, man. Well, we still have Indiana Jones. We have Avowed. Those games I don't think have had any trouble with development. We still have other games too, so maybe they'll market those better. I'm just worried. Like, everybody's just like, oh, it doesn't matter, whatever. Like, I'm worried that this game's gonna come out and like it'll do okay at Game Pass, and then like, oh, Ninja Theory's closed down in like a year. We'll hear the same shit we heard about Hi-Fi Rush, where like, oh no, it did well. We liked it. We did very well. And then they closed down whatever another studio. Ninja Theory does not deserve to be closed down. They make great games, and I mean, I'm just worried, especially worried considering the last game was Bleeding Edge, which did not do well. Like, it was an okay game. I actually enjoyed it, but it did not do well. It got shut down really quick. And besides that, they haven't had a game since Hellblade 1. That came out 2017. To be fair, it got ported a couple times and it went on Game Pass. And of course, Microsoft bought them, so they obviously had funds to keep going. But if this game doesn't do that well, I'd be worried that like Microsoft would just be like, well, I mean, we make a lot of money from our PC shit. We could just shut down studios if we want to like cut a little bit of funding here and there. We don't really need to keep having studios. Like, it could go down that route. I have a feeling that's a big reason why Tango and all these other studios got shut down recently, because they're just like, we don't really need all these studios, and they're not really doing well for us. Redfall was terrible. Hi-Fi Rush, even though we said did well, obviously didn't, because they shut down Tango Gameworks, and they just had Ghostwire right before that too, and it just came to Xbox a few months after Hi-Fi Rush. It's just, I don't know. Everybody defending Xbox, you need to just like, I don't know, really like look at it. Like, sure, you saw a lot of marketing yourself, but you searched it out. You looked up Hellblade 2 videos every day. And I'm sure some people will say, no, how come so many people are coming out and say, I haven't seen anything about it. I'm excited for the game, but I haven't seen anything about it. Like, it's been marketed shittily. Like, this should have been their big one, because this should be their awards-worthy game. Hellblade 1 got a lot of positive, like a lot of awards, mainly for the acting and sound and stuff like that. But like, it got recognition where Xbox couldn't even muster like anything for like Starfield. That was their big game last year. So, and I like Starfield, but like, I don't know. This should have been their big game, but who knows? Maybe the game will come out and it's dog shit. I don't know. If it is, then I don't know what the fuck happened there. Like, this should have been the biggest surefire hit for Microsoft, and they're not marketing it. I'm sorry. I'll keep saying it. They're not marketing it, like barely. A little bit, but not to the level it should be. So, because it's not to the level it should be, I'm gonna just consider it not marketing. Like, I'm just like putting up a social, like one tweet or two tweets, and then like a launch trailer literally a day before the game comes out, which most times studios release a launch trailer either the day of or like a week before. A day before is like, okay, that's kind of a little close, especially considering you didn't market the game that much to begin with. So, and I know people keep saying, oh, they had the TGA thing or whatever. Or they had like a behind the scenes thing where they didn't show any gameplay multiple times at some of their Xbox showcases. The last big showcase they had was 5 months ago. Okay? And I know they've done like some dev interviews and stuff. I'm sorry, that's not mainstream enough, I don't think. Like, and again, it's going to Game Pass, so hopefully it does well just because of that. But when it doesn't sell well, I don't. When people are like, "What? They closed down Ninja Theory," and then everybody that's a fucking Xbox fanboy will just make up all these fucking like excuses. Oh, it didn't sell well and stuff. Yeah. I wonder why it didn't sell well. I fucking wonder why. Anyway, so. And of course, everybody's like, ooh, Sony fanboy. Ignoring the fact that I literally have a video on my YouTube channel. That's one of my more popular videos where I show off like over 700 Xbox 360 games. But whatever, Sony fanboy. But no, I'm just not a fucking idiot shill for companies that don't even know I exist. But people make it their whole like personality on the internet to fucking shill companies like Microsoft and Sony and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love collecting and stuff, so you can call me a consumer as much as you want. That might be true, but I'm not going to sit here and fucking defend these companies. I don't care enough. I collect things because I like collecting them, and I know they'll have value in the future. My cat is losing his mind because I'm talking. It's just like, what? It's talking? Not attacking me, though, so that's fine. But yeah, anyway, this is more of just a rant thing. Like, I don't know. Like, people keep saying, like, well, how about this and that? I'm just like, you're not getting the picture here. There's tons of people that didn't know this game's coming out, okay? I keep up. I know when dog shit games are coming out. And, like, 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, that's right, Hellblade. They haven't marketed that almost at all. Like, I knew when Rise of the Ronin was coming out, and I wasn't even that excited for that game, but they showed it enough where I was like, you know what, this game's looking pretty good. Hellblade 2, I was already excited for it, and I forgot it was coming out because they didn't market it almost at all. Like, I almost never see, like, ads anywhere for it. And some people are saying, well, you see some ads here and there. I'm like, I haven't seen a single one. You know what I've seen? You know ads I've seen? I've seen a lot of ads for Stellar Blade. I'm still seeing ads for Stellar Blade. Like, I don't know. Xbox has a lot of money, probably more money than PlayStation has. They can market the shit out of Hellblade, especially considering it should be. It's definitely their biggest game for the first half of the year. There's no argument there. They have nothing. They had nothing else that I would consider any like even close to the pop like the I don't know the quality of Hellblade 2. But whatever. Anyway, the game comes out tomorrow, and I'm excited to play it. I hope it gets. I hope it does well. And of course, there's going to be people also complaining that the game's going to be short, which the first game's short, so I don't know what the fuck. The first game's like a 5-6 hour game. So when this ends up being like maybe a little bit longer, I am fully ready for a game that's over in 5 to 6 hours. Dude, Stellar Blade, I'm like 20 hours in, and I don't even think I'm halfway through the story because I'm doing all the side stuff. I'm just, fuck. I was like, God damn, can I play one game that's like 8 hours long? Like a great 8 hours where every hour is awesome. Stellar Blade's a lot of fun, I will say, though. Even the side stuff is actually probably some of the better content in the game. But anyway, there you go. That's it. Bye.